An active weather pattern in the central U.S. continues. We have yet another disturbance in the southwestern part of the United States coming out into the plains. We've had several of these that have produced snow or a mixture of snow and freezing precipitation or severe weather. We had 2 weak tornadoes early Monday morning, late Sunday night, just a couple of days ago. And so another one of these is coming out. Take a look at the model here. This is the GFS. I'm just going to loop that one area we always look at, which is the 500 millibar flow. And right there, that's Thursday morning around 9 a.m. There's another area of low pressure, as so many have been centered roughly in that area. This one, though, is tracking a little bit more south of the Ozarks. So it doesn't put us really in either bullseye for severe weather or the winter side of this. Although I think there will be a kind of a slap of snow here in certain parts of the Ozarks Friday morning, believe it or not. I know, after a high in the 70s today. And if you're wondering if that's unusual, nope, not at all. Weather does this. Anyway, but if you keep this going, this low pressure area loft ends up right over south central Missouri by, that's Friday morning at about 6 o'clock a.m. So that's the general thing. You can just kind of watch that kind of move along right there, back and forth. So that's the next storm. So if we take a look now at what's going to happen with severe weather, the severe weather side of that, as soon as I clear off my drawings here, there we go. And this is just going to cycle through. This is not tomorrow. This is Thursdays. That's Friday's severe weather outlook, and then after that, day 6, 7, and 8, not much going on. There's day 4. And then this is tomorrow's severe weather outlook, the yellow being the slight risk, southern Arkansas on to the east-northeast from there. And then that becomes an enhanced area in southern Arkansas, Louisiana, Texas. By the way, this Springfield and southern Missouri are in kind of a marginal risk of severe storms. So we're kind of watching it. My feeling, though, is that we're not going to get a widespread severe weather event out of that. Now, what I do think we will get is precipitation, and some pretty good precipitation, too. This is the quantitative precipitation forecast. This is a 3-day measure of precipitation, but most of this is late Thursday and Friday as that upper level system kind of swings on through. So that darkest red's 3 inches on average, the purple's 2, so 2 to 3 inch general rainfalls over just over a 24-hour period. So is that enough to cause flash flooding? Probably not. Is it, of course, enough for the creeks and rivers to rise? Certainly. So flood warnings are probably in our future here pretty soon. Maybe a flash flood warning with some of these thunderstorms that develop. So we definitely are on the warmer side of this, and I said thunderstorms, so that's what we're going to see around here late on Thursday into Friday morning. So that's one thing. And now let me prepare you and switch gears here and just show you what happens on the back end of this here a little bit. It's not a real big deal, but I'm going to switch over to precipitation type here, and there we go. And now we'll go to this particular one right here. There we go. And now, so this is Thursday morning. You can see the rain kind of breaking out pretty readily across the Ozarks, especially right there. And then, yeah, in the core, the back end of that blue, that's snow. Okay, this is the GFS model again. If I were to switch to the shorter range model, which is the NAM, it has it more extensively to the north and east, a scenario I tend to buy into more for actual accumulating snow. So will it snow in the Ozarks here? It will be more likely to the northwest for sure. Temperatures have been warm and will be warm at the surface when this is occurring, right around freezing, maybe even a little bit above. So it's probably not going to accumulate greatly, especially in Springfield, not much of a chance. It might be flying around though. And as you head more toward Kansas City, some accumulation might be possible. But again, relatively warm ground, relatively warm temperatures while it's occurring. I looked at the soundings, by the way, which I'm not going to show you here. A sounding is just a vertical look at the atmosphere, see how the temperatures are doing as you increase in height. One model, this one, actually has a much more colder bias and would produce more pure snow event, whereas the GFS, not as much. Again, it's kind of far away, but don't be surprised if you see flakes of snow flying around here on Thursday morning. That'll do it tonight. Did the format a little bit differently on Upstream weather, and may have to do another one of these, but just watch out. The key points to take away from this are, yes, it's going to rain here pretty good. Yes, we're going to get some thunderstorms, maybe some snow flying around Friday morning, and all that after a beautiful 70-degree day today. Have a good night.